For me, in the last, I would say, year or two, it really came down to it's about how people are showing up, right? It's how
Right.
individuals are showing up and how leadership is showing up. Because at the end of the day, we can create the best learning and development initiatives, we can create the best cultural initiatives, but if employees and leaders aren't really leaning into it, right? And we come up with these great value statements and great mission statements, and we throw them up on websites and posters in a conference room, but we don't attempt to operationalize them. We don't attempt to live by them. They're just words on a wall, right? It's just marketing basically at the end of the day. And so, I came through, it took me a little while to get there, and it may just sound obvious to people, but it really is important that how leaders, if leaders are going to, lead a cultural initiative and individual contributors are going to contribute to that, how they show up is extremely important. And, they need to show up their present selves. And, you talk about the ultimate diversity and belonging.
Yeah.
If an employee can show up each day at work and not he or she not feel like they need to be wearing a mask, they need to be not who they are, but who they think their boss or company needs to be, which can be very exhausting. If they can just show up unencumbered by that and just be them present selves, that's ultimately how you're going to get to good culture. Yeah, you need to have the frameworks and the policies and the crafting of all the statements, but at the end of the day, I think companies that do all that work still find that there's some friction or resistance. It's really about, okay, now you've got to focus on how people are showing up every day.